Hello, my name is Quasar. I'll be your guide.
No, I won't. I'm not doing that. I'm not an actor. How's it going, guys? I'm Jason from Barefoot. Welcome to Squeaky Clean Adult Films. Cue the horribly little bootleg intro. What's up, guys? Welcome to Squeaky Clean Adult Films. My name's Jason. I'll be your guide through this here picture. 1980, Starship Eros. Okay, we have 2 more Sundays in October. We're going to stick with sci-fi. Big budget sci-fi. 1980. On the dot, Star Wars had been released. Empire had been released. Actually, I could not find the release date of this movie, so I don't know if it was before Empire or after. As you know, Empire Strikes Back came out in 1980 in May. I looked everywhere and I could not find... Get off my back. Get the green man off my back. Oh wait, we're talking about space in 1980? Clearly we're talking about the feminist regime Starship Eros. You're in for a treat today. So this is shot on film. This is a wonderful 35mm transfer. Thank you. Vinegar Syndrome. Vinegar Syndrome's so awesome. If you like cult cinema and some adult cinema. Female driven. Female empowerment. There is a guy, but he's C3PO. He's not C3PO. I made a piece of artwork. I didn't even think of this. It's not even in my notes. Look at my notes on this piece of junk mail. I did, though. In the dorms, I made... Let's talk about all that. We'll talk about that at the end. I'm going to be here in the front and the back. Sorry to the haters. Hey there to the lovers, the likers. Quasar, that's his name. He's not C3PO. His name's Quasar. And he's the only boy, male, man on this ship, Starship Eros. Feminist regime, Starship Eros. Full name. Transformation. Let's talk transformation. This film was only 67 minutes. The feature, the adult, the X-rated version. 67 minutes. That's a short feature, but lucky for us, tons of exposition. Tons of exposition. We got it down to 11 minutes. 11 minutes. Like I said in the old intro, I even cut shots because of the length of a skirt. I try to get these as hard as I can to G. But there is simulated space violence, laser beams, explosions. I'm not giving it the G rating. I take it very seriously. We literally have the G-rated guidelines as well as the YouTube community guidelines. And we follow both of those religiously in this series. Scott McHaley, he directed this. He also wrote it. I like seeing that in adult cinema. Writer-director. This is an auteur-driven film. He also worked in the art department and in the special effects. So this guy was like, this is his vision. And congrats, you did a good job. He only made 2 movies. His IMDb is literally 2 movies. Maybe we'll do his follow-up. This is his first. All right, everyone. What was I saying? Oh, Starship Eros. Starship Eros. Do you know how long this one took to edit? Who cares, nerd? It was almost G, but it had a laser gun in it, so it's PG. And I do hope you like it. Or don't.
Commander Venus, this is Launch Control. State your ETA.
Commander 110, leaving now, ETA about 5.
Acknowledge. This is Mission Control. Prepare for launch. Enemy ship approaching.
Bridge, this is the commander.
Bridge, Beth here.
I'm aboard and in my cabin now. As soon as the new exec arrives, send her to see me.
Understood, Commander. Eros, Bridge, Lieutenant Cosmos.
Bridge, this is security. Captain Moon has arrived. I'm bringing her aboard.
Right, bring her in.
Thanks, Lieutenant. I can manage from here.
Anytime, Captain. Good luck.
Pardon me. Are you the commander?
Don't I wish. Are you the new XO?
Yeah, I'm Chris.
Beverly here. Everybody calls me Beth.
I think we'll get along fine, Beth. Now, where can I find the commander?
She's in cabin A1, but I think I'd better get you squared away in our cabin first. Come on. Well, this is it, such as it is. You're home away from home.
I think it's kind of nice.
Bottom bunk okay?
Sure. But is it true there aren't any men aboard?
Well, that depends how you would rate Quasar. I have to return to the bridge, and you should report to the commander.
Quasar, you're just in time to meet Christine Moon, our new weapons officer.
Welcome aboard.
Attention. This is launch control. All crew members to their liftoff stations. 5 minutes to launch.
Fuel system pressure to 559 pounds per. Inner atmosphere compressor on. Ballast trim on.
Check. Check. And check.
Bridge control to standard gravs. All outside vents closed. Cabin air on and set to normal.
All ship's navigation and computer systems on. All sections show green. We are ready and confirmed for launch.
Close crawler deck airlock.
Crawler deck secured.
Verified.
Acknowledged. Stand by to fire engines.
Fuel boosters and injectors on rich. Maneuvering fins down and locked. Directional gyros and solar cells on.
Fire 1. Firing 2.
1 and 2 burning steady at 10,000 degrees.
Here we go. Secure from liftoff stations.
Changing from conventional air to ignition burners.
Message coming in on Beta Channel from Fleet Command.
Feminist regime Starfighter Eros is to proceed to Quad 9er Alpha and there begin search and destroy operations of Amazonian warship. End transmission. This isn't going to be a milk run, that's for sure.
Sounds serious enough.
The Amazonians have been getting more and more daring since their new leaders taken over. This is the first time they violated our space.
Think we'll see any action, Commander?
It isn't very likely we won't, so unless you want to see combat in civies, you better go and change.
As you say, Commander.
Alert, alert. Unidentified spacecraft approaching. Outside perimeter sensors indicate spacecraft now at 1,000 kilometers and closing.
General quarters. Scan for items.
Coming in now.
Readout.
Vessel is an Amazoid stratofighter of the 2nd class. Single occupant, standard solar weapons. Averaging 3.2 tons. Speed is Mach 5.
Compute vectors to intercept. Any identifiable markings?
Affirmative. Markings are that of the Amazonian second attack fleet. Numbers indicate the craft to be a flagship escort fighter, now at 500 kilometers and closing.
Lock in combat coordinates.
Engaged.
Stand by Megton torpedo.
Torpedoes armed and ready. Stand by for discharge.
Deflector panels up and set to maximum. Maneuvering fins locked in strike position. Ship's power to full. Prepare to fire all tubes and salvo on the Stratofighter's first pass.
Acknowledged and ready.
Steady. Steady. Hold it. Fire all tubes.
Stand by for impact of enemy phaser.
Stand by to shut down all ship systems except life support. Divert all energy to torpedo tubes. Report on damage.
Short circuit in auxiliary console. Minor damage. We're ready to shut down systems on your command.
On the fighter's next pass, as she fires her phasers, shut down systems. Divert maximum deflector power to the site of her next attack. Stand by torpedo tubes. Full power. Aim for the Stratofighter's engines. We'll open up on her next pass. Chris, don't miss.
I'll do my best, Commander.
Amazoid Stratofighter approaching off aft port quarter.
Fire as she crosses our bow.
Fighter shows multiple hits to main engines, outer hull damage to port side and thrusters, losing altitude and speed.
Resume full power in the ship. Put ship status in yellow alert and follow enemy vessel just out of her scanner range.
Acknowledged.
Change into punishment uniform and report to the detention room.
As you say, Commander.
See what you can do on that panel.
Yes, Commander.
Commander's log, Starfighter Eros.
We are still in pursuit of the Stratofighter, just out of scanning range. It is more probable that Delta Endura is the closest landmass offering suitable landing site and enough raw materials to effect repairs.
Perhaps, but in either case, follow the ship down and assume standard orbit. Notify me as soon as orbit is established. Changing course to 197 Mark 5. Sensor readings of the planet.
Class CM3, no advanced life forms detectable on planet surface.
Very well. Plot vectors to where the enemy ship will land and feed it to the telecomputer. Stand by to beam us to the planet's surface.
Acknowledged.
Stand by to beam us down.
Acknowledged. Hold it. Sensors indicate the Stratofighter is burning up.
Lock in coordinates of the pilot and beam her aboard.
It is not customary on my planet to give thanks. I would rather have died in my ship than be captured.
Get her weapon. We have orders to take you back to Earth.
You realize it is my obligation to try to escape?
But I wouldn't if I were you. We don't want you dead, but that doesn't mean I wouldn't disintegrate you if you tried. I'm Stella Venus, Commander of Starfighter Eros, and this is Chris Moon, my first officer.
I am Megan, Senior Pilot of Her Majesty's 2nd Attack Fighter Squadron.
Detention room.
As you say, Commander. This way, Megan.
Bridge, this is the commander. You have the controls until I finish the interrogation.
Not much to it, is there?
Enough for you. I guess we'll have to strap you to the chair.
I give you my word that I won't escape.
Somehow, I don't think your word is enough. Ship's log, Captain Christine Moon. Starship Eros continues on its journey back to Earth with Megan, once captor and now a new converted member on board the Starship Eros. Additional entries later.
What'd you think? What did you think? Do you like this movie? I sure liked it. I liked it, and I like it. Every tense of the word like, I give to this here movie. Captain Moon is played by Becky Savage, and I was like, oh my God, why does she look so familiar? And I looked her up, and I must have skipped it. I was like, I've never seen any of these movies. And I'm like, that can't be right. And I looked again, Sweet Alice, boom, we've done Sweet Alice. It's pulled, but it'll be back someday. Ugh. There are no girls in the Violent Femmes. But as soon as I got done editing this, re-editing this, I just had a hankering to listen to the Violent Femmes. Mike Ranger, you won't be able to tell. He played Paul in the OG, first, Taboo. So cool. Paul, Mike Ranger, Taboo. He's Quasar. He's not C-3PO. I made a piece of artwork. I didn't even think of this. It's not even in my notes. I did, though. In the dorms, I made a thing. I think it was mostly... I made it on the wall, so it couldn't... Man, I wish. I should recreate I'm Not C-3PO. I made this robot out of tape on our wall. I think I even put at one point and added a taped frame to it. And the robot was saying in his bubble, I'm not C-3PO. And neither is this guy. Side note, director Greg Long, I'd been in some of his movies. He'd been in some of my movies. I'm not an actor. We were both broken spoons in Denver. And my favorite piece of artwork I ever made, his favorite piece of artwork that I ever made was I'm Not C-3PO. He still brings it up. We're going to try to maybe release more than one a week. We're never going to catch up to ourselves if I don't. And I apologize. I thank all of you in the audience for sticking with us. I thank YouTube for putting us back on the roster. Put me in, coach. I'm ready to play. And they did. They listened. Take 4. Jeez Louise, we're the worst. But that's pretty cool. I'll see you with another exploitation. I don't know if it's going to be what I said. Said we might do a picture. I don't think we're going to. One more weekend, one more Sunday of October. So we'll have one more from this little mini series, but I'm going to try to see you before then too. Okay, that's it. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks for watching. Don't subscribe, don't like, don't share, just watch. Capiche? This old version from Barefoot had an original intro and an original outro. I think this is the only one that had an outro. And I just popped in saying, I don't usually pop in at the end, but hey, this, which is funny because it talked about rocks and alien-like. Unfortunately, we don't have a cartoon, but oddly enough, in our first couple, we have both of those. Look at these other weird titles. I usually don't pop in at the end, but if you like this, come on. Rocks. We got computer animation. We got ventriloquism, cartoons. We have whatever nonsense this is. They're all good. They're all fun. It's exploitation cinema.